First at 5. From the University of Florida's College of Journalism and Communications, you're watching WUFT News.
Good evening and welcome to First at 5 from WUFT News. I'm Jacob Sedesse.
And I'm Mistie Webb. Thanks for joining us. Some of the rougher roads in Alachua County could soon receive long-needed repairs. Two Alachua Board of County Commissioners discussed future road projects at a special meeting Tuesday. After raising the road's budget from $4.5 million to at least $15 million annually for the next decade. The county will spend an estimated $17.5 million on the roads in the next fiscal year. Director of Public Works Ramon Gavarrete said even the sizable increase in spending will only serve to slow the deterioration of the county's roads, rather than fully maintain them.
To maintain the payment condition that we had back in 21, we needed to have at least $31.5 million a year.
A balance between improving the quality of residential roads while keeping larger collector roads steady.
And the Alachua County School Board is ending its spot rezoning process. The school board will instead do a comprehensive rezoning, which will go into effect for the 2024-2025 school year. The spot rezoning process was officially initiated at a board meeting in February of this year, but the plan was revisited after there was pushback from parents and the superintendent.
It seems like it might be starting to feel like summer here in Gainesville.
I know, but it feels like it's a little bit too soon. Anyway, our very own Daniella Rudolph is here to tell us about the temperatures we can expect. Daniella.
Thanks, guys. So you are right, it really is feeling like summer, even though spring just started a few weeks ago. We actually have been broken 4 records this week for the highest temperatures we've seen, including today and tomorrow. So looking at those temperatures right now, for this time of day, 89, it's really, really hot. So if you're walking home from class, make sure that you do take something that can cool you down and drink that water rather. So looking at the temperatures right now, we're up 2 degrees from the same time 24 hours yesterday, and up around those 2 to 3, even 4 degrees across the board. So it is going to be getting a lot warmer, but let's take a look at those Friday mornings. 66 in Gainesville starting out tomorrow. The sun is going to be rising a little earlier this time of day, so we are going to be seeing that patchy fog if you are going to be traveling to school or to work. Please do keep that in mind, but our own Fariha Abra is going to be having more on what's happening with Ramadan. Let's take a look at the Break the Fast forecast. Only at 84 right now, but dropping to 69 tonight. Back to you guys for more.
Thanks, Daniella. Like she just mentioned, many religious holidays are coinciding with one another.
That's right, Misty. Passover started yesterday, Easter Sunday is coming up soon, and we're halfway through the holy month of Ramadan.
In the spirit of the holy month, Islam on campus at the University of Florida is hosting its annual charity banquet, Fastathon. WUFT's Fariha Abrar is joining us live at the event in the O'Connell Center.
Misty, Jacob, like you guys just mentioned, there is so much to celebrate with all these religious holidays coinciding with one another. And today marks an extra special day for some local communities here in Gainesville because today marks Fastathon here in the O-Dome. Today marks a special day for the local Muslims here in the community because it was meant to serve as a day for non-Muslims to join and commemorate Ramadan with the Muslims here. And they fast from sunup to sundown with no food or water. So tonight's banquet will not only feed their empty stomachs some delicious South Asian food, but also their hearts and mind with some knowledge about Islam and sharing some unity with the community. The donations raised from tonight's banquet are for Helping Hand for Relief and Development to build wells in several countries in need. And joining me now is Fastathon Chair Nawal Amir, who's been planning this event for several months now. Nawal, you've told me that there has been so many ways that you guys have been raising money non-traditionally. Could you tell me about some of the ways?
Well, I feel so grateful because the Muslim community is so interconnected across all of Florida. I've actually received a bunch of charitable donations for the gold charger plates behind us, from Muslim businesses, and also auction items for our auction.
That's awesome. And for those watching who don't know much about Ramadan and what it means, could you explain why it's so special that Fastathon and Ramadan are coinciding together this year?
Well, in the past, we've always made it our goal to kind of exemplify what this month of Ramadan means to us while raising awareness for charity. But in this time, like, everyone can observe the holiday with us, so that's what makes it special.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time, Nawal, and inshallah, this is a great ceremony for everybody. And back to you, Dan.
Thanks, Fariha. The Florida Board of Governors banned TikTok on UF Wi-Fi effective immediately just over 24 hours ago. WUFT's Ashley Weinstein went on campus today to get a feel on how this affects students. Ashley, I know you are an avid TikToker. I've even been in a few myself. What is everyone saying?
Yes, Jacob, I enjoy TikToks myself, along with many UF students who had a lot to say about the new regulation on campus. When connected to UF Wi-Fi, TikTok will no longer be accessible. UF VP of Communications Steve Orlando says there will be no policing, but access to the app will be blocked through the university network. Several students say TikTok is addicting and they try not to use it. One UF senior says he deleted the app about a year ago.
It's kind of like a time machine. So like you start using it, 3 hours pass, and the time is gone. And do you feel good about that time being gone? Not really. So that's why I kind of deleted it.
I spoke with students all afternoon on UF campus about the TikTok ban on UF Wi-Fi. Many students had differing opinions, but most of them said it didn't really bother them.
It doesn't really affect me because I am not living on campus, so I don't use it while I'm here.
There's so many apps that have started using like the short form video content now that it doesn't really matter if TikTok is banned.
To do specifically TikTok, it's kind of targeted. So I feel like you should actually do like everybody's, like every app, you know what I mean? What I'm saying is if you're gonna do TikTok, why not Instagram? Why not Twitter?
I struggle with something that everyone else struggles with, which is overusing TikTok, you know?
Other students say they have unlimited Wi-Fi and disconnecting from the UF network and using the app won't be an issue. I spoke with a cybersecurity expert who believes this is the right move for the university at this time. Back to you.
Thanks, Ashley. Local high school students attended a career fair today geared towards students interested in construction. The Builders Association of North Central Florida created this event so students can learn about the industry. Companies from several sectors of the construction industry attended the event. The goal is to inform high school students of their options once they graduate college.
Career Day essentially is to give exposure to high school students for the construction trades. The trades we offer is electrical, HVAC, plumbing, and carpentry. We do have automotive and welding out here as also.
Students left the event with a better understanding of the construction industry.
This week is the week of Young Child. It's all about celebrating things children, and today was Artsy Thursday. WUFT's Chris Will was out with Baby Gator to see what today was all about.
A day where preschool and college collide.
We got to give out love notes and high fives.
Awesome. How did that make you feel?
Happy.
And it's all a part of the Baby Gator program. Kids 4 and 5 years old set up shop at the University of Florida. The Baby Gators made their way up to bigger gators for a bit of relaxation.
What I was telling some of the students is for them to take a moment, have a little stress break, get to be present and childlike just for a few moments. And we really had a bigger turnout than we expected. We've probably had 40 or 50 people stop.
And these preschoolers were tracking people down.
I say that you can come draw with us.
Teachers say the success of this event will likely bring them back to campus. But this little guy hasn't been sold yet.
I don't know.
Well, okay, Oliver. I guess we'll have to see. Chris Will, WUFT News.
That is too sweet. What a great opportunity for those kids.
I know, my heart was so happy. And the next stop for those baby gators, kindergarten.
Up later, we'll tell you about a popular Mexican dish that's celebrating a special day today and where you can grab one to eat for dinner like we're about to do here. Don't go away. Excellent television with First at 5. We'll be right back.
You're watching WUFT TV News.
Welcome back. Passionate demonstrators gathered outside the Tennessee State Capitol today, showing support for 3 Democratic lawmakers who face expulsion for protesting gun violence on the State House floor. This comes after last week's Nashville school shooting that killed 6 people, including 3 9-year-old children. Representatives Gloria Johnson, Justin Jones, and Justin Pearson are accused of purposely bringing disorder and dishonor to the House of Representatives when they broke the rules by using a bullhorn on the floor without being recognized to speak. Before today, the Tennessee legislature has only voted to expel 3 other members since the Civil War.
A new House bill might make gender affirmation harder in the state of Florida. WUFT's Ashley Lucas is in the studio to tell us more about the bill. Ashley.
House Bill 1421 will continue to make gender-affirming healthcare a challenge. In November, this Florida Board of Medicine and the State Board of Osteopathic Medicine banned gender-affirming healthcare for minors, but allowed those who had already begun the transition to keep receiving medical treatment. This new bill would force those who started the treatment to detransition, meaning they would transition back to their original gender assigned at birth. This Florida legislation would go directly against Section 1557 of the Affordable Care Act and also violates the equal protection rights and due process rights under the 14th Amendment. As of March 2023, more than 430 anti-LGBTQ bills have been proposed or passed in the United States. 10 of these bills were filed in Florida. That's all I have for now. Back to you.
Thanks, Ashley. Florida officials have issued a public safety alert about the dangers of a drug called xylazine. The drug has a lack of response to Narcan, making it hard for first responders to reverse an overdose. Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody explained further what the drug is.
This drug xylazine is also referred to as tranq. It's also referred to as the zombie drug. The drug is sold online and sometimes in veterinarian stores outside of Florida. It is cheap, it is easily accessible, and so drug dealers will often mix it with fentanyl and other substances, leaving users in the dark about what they are actually taking.
The Florida Department of Law Enforcement says xylazine is now the 6th most identifiable illicit drug in Florida.
The world is busy with so many celebrations this week. Ramadan, Passover, Easter. It's so exciting.
I know, there's definitely a lot going on, but Daniella, I want to see if you can tell us what the weather is going to be like while we're all celebrating. Daniella.
Well, we do have some things happening in the world of weather that could impact your celebrations this weekend, but definitely stay with me to see what's happening and how you're going to be affected.
You're watching WUFT TV News.
So of course the big story on everyone's minds this week is celebrating. We have Ramadan, Passover and Easter happening all in the same week. It's so exciting. So if you are traveling to see loved ones, to see family, let's take a look at what our temperatures are doing across the southeast. Here in the Sunshine State, beautiful 80s across the board, a little cooler the further up north that we go, but generally in this area we are staying warm for the remainder of the week. However, coming in a little later this week and more into the weekend, we do have this cold front that is followed by a stationary front and this band of precipitation, which unfortunately is going to be bringing some precipitation into our Gainesville area, which may impact those Easter Sunday plans that you have this weekend. So definitely stay with me to see what's happening and how you can plan around it. But some storm alerts looking a little more further north. We have a severe thunderstorm watch in that Washington, Charlotte area, almost into New York. So if you're in those areas, please do keep that in mind. If you're traveling to Memphis, around Dallas and Houston, we have that aerial flood watch in effect from tonight until tomorrow evening, so please do watch that tomorrow. But coming back a little more local, let's take a look at our hour by hour for the remainder of the evening. Starting out now at 88, dropping to 69. We are going to be having some areas of patchy fog, so please do keep that in mind if you're traveling for the morning commute. Slight chances of precipitation this evening, but it really is going to be coming in tomorrow afternoon. So let's take a look at what that precipitation is going to be doing. Again, more towards tomorrow evening, we're going to be having these areas, a slight band of precipitation, so I would definitely pack an umbrella and take a jacket if you are heading out on the town or heading to classes. But let's take a look at your day tomorrow. If you are heading out on the town in Gainesville, heading to the campus tomorrow morning, again, happy Passover. Starting out our day a little bit cooler. We have been seeing those very, very hot temperatures in those high 90s this week. So this is a breath of fresh air for some of us like me who like the cold. So starting out our day at that crisp 67, heating up to 88. But again, please watch out for that thunder showers warning. Always stay up to date with your county's emergency manager to understand those pings that we're getting, those notifications for severe weather. You can always stay up to date with WFT or the Florida Storms app to have weather at your fingertips. So let's take a look at those Easter Sunday plans if you are celebrating this weekend. Saturday, we do have those chances of precipitation. Again, a nice warm weekend, but it is going to be lasting into Sunday. Take a look at that 69. Again, it is relatively warm. We do have a chance for those showers happening for the remainder of the day. Let's take a look at that Easter Sunday, starting out very, very cool. Starting out at 55, increasing to 69. Again, you will be having those sun and some showers, but take a look at our 6-day outlook. Again, breaking temperatures today. Easter Sunday dropping to 73 from that cold front that we have been tracking. Always stay with us because we're going to be tracking it more. And then Passover is ending next Thursday. But stay with us to see more. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Daniella. Jacob, have you been to a Gators baseball game this season?
I actually used to go a lot when I was a kid, but I haven't been in a really long time. But I've heard they've dominated the SEC. Ellie, what's this weekend's lineup looking like?
Well, right-handed pitcher Brandon Sproat will start for the Gators tonight as Florida faces SEC rival Tennessee in Knoxville.
You're watching WUFT-TV News.
Welcome to sports. I'm Ellie Shreve. The number 15 Gator softball team returns home for an SEC showdown against the number 19 Auburn Tigers. WUFT's Cristina Santiago went to Katie Cecil Presley Stadium to bring us the details.
The 15th ranked Florida Gators softball team returns home to play a 3-game series against number 19 Auburn. The Gators lost 2 games against the South Carolina Gamecocks last week. However, Florida is looking to turn the page in front of its home crowd tonight. The team is 26-9 and 4-5 in SEC play. The Gators have a .373 team batting average, a 2.08 ERA, and have had 6 shutouts this season. Auburn, on the other hand, is on a hot streak as they look to pick up its 3rd straight series win. This SEC matchup is set to begin at 6 p.m. tonight. For WFT Sports, I'm Cristina Santiago. Back to you, Ellie.
Thanks, Cristina. Number 3 Florida baseball is gearing up for a Rocky Top showdown tonight against number 11 Tennessee. Tonight's game marks the start of a 3-game weekend series against the Volunteers. The Gators will look to shortstop Josh Rivera and first baseman and left-handed pitcher Jack Caglione. The duo played their way onto the 2023 Golden Spikes Award mid-season watch list. Rivera has established himself as one of the top players in college baseball, setting career highs with 11 homers, 43 runs scored, and 41 RBI. Meanwhile, Caglione continues to be the nation's premier two-way star, leading the NCAA with 18 home runs while working to a 3-0 record, 4.18 ERA, and 38 strikeouts and 32 1/3 innings as Florida's Sunday starter. Tonight, right-handed pitcher Brandon Sproat will toe the rubber for the Orange and Blue. First pitch is set for 8 p.m. in Knoxville. Moving to high school baseball, the Oak Hall Eagles defeated their crosstown rivals, the St. Francis Catholic Wolves, last night 9-5. 4 of Oak Hall's 8 hits came from Jack Kuzmicki and Darian Medley. Medley stole 3 bases and scored 2 runs, while Kuzmicki drove in 2 runs and earned the victory on the mound. The Eagles hope to continue their 3-game winning streak as they take on Trenton this Friday. Elsewhere in local high school baseball, Hawthorne will take on Cedar Key at 6 p.m. Chiefland will face Newberry at 7, and Williston travels to take on Trenton at 7 tonight. The 2023 Masters Tournament began today at the Augusta National Golf Club. 5-time champion Tiger Woods, last year's winner Scotty Scheffler, and 3-time champ Phil Mickelson are among the stars in the field. Also competing in the Masters is Gator Nation's very own Billy Horschel. At last look, Norway's Victor Hovland and Spain's John Ram topped the leaderboard at 7 under par. Following is USA's Cameron Young in 3rd place at 5 under par.
Thanks, Ellie. Finally, we're celebrating a national holiday in the studio.
Are you ready? It's National Burrito Day! A traditional burrito consists of meat, beans, rice. Move the iPads out of the way. Let's get ready. I went to La Fiesta today, and I got to see their process for making a burrito. They usually do it in a non-traditional way. They make it open on the ends, so I brought 2 of them back here for us to eat on air. So if you are looking to celebrate, you can go to La Fiesta, El Indio, La Tienda, and more. Cheers, Misty.
Cheers.
Boom. I mean, that's it for us. We're back tomorrow night at 5.
Yep.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Oh, Lord.